Are you looking for the best sewing machines? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best sewing machines on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Brother CS7000X 70-stitch computerized sewing machine. Our pick for the best overall sewing machine is the Brother CS7000X computerized sewing and quilting machine. This computerized sewing machine has everything you need for a variety of sewing projects, plus a few extra features. With 70 different stitches to choose from, this moderately priced sewing machine will help you sew clothes, curtains, bags, pillowcases, and more. The stitches include utility, heirloom, decorate, and quilting stitches, as well as 7 buttonhole stitches. The machine also has an automatic needle threader and an automatic bobbin winding system to help you get your sewing project started. In addition to sewing, this machine will also help you with all of your quilting patterns. With quilting stitches, a quilt guide, a quilting table, and quilting feet, you have all the basics you need. We also love the LCD screen, which allows you to easily select which stitch you want to use. You can also use the screen to adjust the length and width of your stitches. During testing, we appreciated that it only took us about 20 minutes to set up the machine and read through the instruction manual. We also liked that the manual had pictures, making it easy to understand the directions. When we began sewing, we found that the machine created neat, consistent stitches on both cotton and denim. We were also impressed with how easy it was to use the buttonhole stitch, and it created a perfectly stitched buttonhole. We found that the machine was an appropriate size, and we felt comfortable using it. It didn't feel awkward or unwieldy. This sewing machine is also portable, thanks to the included protective hard case. It weighs 14 pounds, which is about the standard weight for this type of sewing machine. While it can be used for sewing and quilting projects, it doesn't have any embroidering capabilities. Number 2. Brother XM2701 sewing machine. For a more affordable option, the Brother XM2701 sewing machine is our top choice because it performs well, has 27 different stitch options, and includes several accessories. Setting up the machine was easy and intuitive, thanks to a simple design and the included instruction manuals. The instructions included illustrations that were numbered, so we could see what we were supposed to do and in what order. The machine came with several accessories, including a buttonhole foot, zipper foot, darning plate, extra bobbins, and extra needles. There is also a light on the machine that illuminated our workspace. We also appreciated that the machine had an automatic needle threader and a jam-resistant drop-in bobbin. When using the machine, we didn't experience any jams, and the machine produced neat and consistent stitches on the testing fabrics. We found that we were able to comfortably use the machine, and it was compact, making it easy to lift and move. We did, however, experience issues with the buttonhole stitch. Even after consulting the instructions and a sewing expert, we were unable to troubleshoot the issue. Despite this problem, we still found that the machine performed well. Because of its price and features, we also noted that this would be a great option for a beginner sewist. Number 3. Serger heavy-duty sewing machine. If you frequently work with thicker fabrics, like denim or canvas, the Serger heavy-duty 4452 sewing machine gets the job done. It features 110 stitch applications, a drop-in bobbin, and a powerful motor. To set up this sewing machine, we simply had to take it out of the box, remove the plastic, and plug it in. However, one of the biggest downfalls of this machine was that it didn't include an instruction manual, so we had to rely on our own knowledge and our expert to use it. There were some instructions on the website, but they weren't nearly as helpful as manuals that were included in other sewing machines we tested. We were able to comfortably use this sewing machine while sitting down, although we did have to stand up to wind the bobbin. The dials and switches were clearly marked and easy to use, so there wasn't any confusion about what the purpose of each dial was. When sewing on fabric, the stitches were flat and consistent even when we used the zigzag stitch on denim. We didn't experience any jams when using the straight or zigzag stitch, but the machine did jam when we tried to use the buttonhole stitch. We did like that the machine has a clear cover above the drop-in bobbin so it could easily be monitored. This sewing machine also included accessories needed for heavy-duty projects, like a walking foot, non-stick foot, a pack of size 16 needles, and a clearance plate. Number 4. Brother 1034D Serger. A serger, or overlock sewing machine, is a machine that joins the edges of fabric with 3 or 4 threads for a more professional look. Sergers also have the capability to cut uneven edges of fabric, a feature that standard sewing machines don't have. After our testing, we found the Brother 1034D Serger to be the best overlock sewing machine. This serger was ready to use straight out of the box, and we were pleased that it was already threaded. After unthreading, we rethreaded the machine, and although it was intricate, we were able to thread the machine using the diagrams in the user manual. Despite having no experience with threading sergers, we were able to thread it in about 15 minutes. The serger also came with a few accessories including metal tweezers, thread spool covers, extra needles, and a small plastic brush for cleaning the machine. While some sergers are large and can take up quite a bit of space, this one was comparable in size to other sewing machines we tested. It fit easily in our testing space, and it would also be able to fit onto a craft table or countertop. When testing the machine on fabric, we found that it was effective at serging edges. The stitches were evenly spaced and consistent in size, and the tension held up well. Sergers don't have buttonhole stitches or decorative stitches, but we did find that the flatlock stitch made hemming simple and easy. Sergers can have higher price tags, but this one is much more affordable than others on the market. We were impressed with its quality and ease of use, even though it has a lower price point. We do wish it came with helpful accessories like a seam ripper, needle thread, and scissors. Number 5. Brother SA600 Sewing and Embroidery Machine. For those who want to add decorative embroidery to their creation, the Brother SA600 Sewing and Embroidery Machine features 80 pre-programmed designs and 6 lettering fonts to help you customize your project. No assembly was required for the machine, and threading it was easy thanks to the numbered instructions and labeled illustrations on the machine. The manual was also helpful when figuring out other features as well, with pictures clearly portraying how to use the features. It did take us a few minutes to figure out how to activate the machine for use, but we eventually found that all we needed to do was touch the screen. The LCD touchscreen took some getting used to initially, but after referring to the user manual and playing around with the functions, we were able to figure out all of the features. Our first straight stitch didn't seem very high quality, but after adjusting the tension, both the straight and zigzag stitches were even and consistent. We also tested a decorative stitch and a buttonhole stitch, and while the decorative stitch turned out beautifully, the buttonhole stitch was a little lackluster. It seemed secure, but there were some bigger gaps in between a few stitches. However, we liked how easy it was to make the stitches since we just had to select the option on the touchscreen. The embroidery functions were also easy to operate, and we were quickly able to stitch a decorative alligator cartoon on our fabric. We did run into a hiccup in which thread was snagged under the needle plate, and the screwdriver that came with the sewing machine wasn't the right size to remove it. We were able to remove the plate using a different screwdriver, but we wish it would have come with the appropriate size.